Druids this game.
Yeah, that's to say the least. Again, that really seemed like it was the biggest fault of that lineup. They didn't have a backup plan. They were really all into the style of, well, even on top of that, again, the synergy just seemed off. So it really was a funky draft. But this time, definitely a little bit more of a good idea as far as what they're aiming for most certainly. Excuse me there. And of course, Tremble is obviously a hero that ProBusk, I'm sure, will play very well. Ends up in his hands. I know Zibe does tend to play a lot of Puppet Master for them. So you see the bans happening here. Fade, Swiftblade, Midas, Salomon, Engineer, and one more to go right here. So Sync's head-to-head matchup against Reason is 20-6. Interesting. Against
Talking about
Druids,
Reason.
Reason
have 61.9% win.
There you go. Anyways, but Engineer the ban from Sync there, and of course now the final one from Druids. Thinking about who they want to go with. It looks like KZU is what they're addressing here. We love you. We love you. You were really good at keeping still that whole panel, man. That was not a frozen camera. You were just that still. And you somehow didn't even move your mouth the whole time, so that was interesting. Anyways, they're really thinking about this one here. Jeez. Okay, they go Behemoth. So again, all addressing KZU is what. But yeah, Sync's. That was a really quick pick. I mean, figured out, we'll just go drunken here.
That it was. I think he can disjoint a Comet Stun with his dagger.
Yeah.
Be what they're thinking about, just putting Drunken Master. But at the same time, I mean, having a melee hero versus Puppet Master and Andromeda, even if you can disjoint the Comet Stun, it doesn't seem like that's going to be very favorable for you. They do have the Tempest and the Morat both shut down the Tremble during teamfights, like the Elemental Void, or just place the Morat ultimate on top of Tremble and just keep him out of the teamfight for as long as possible. But I mean, seeing as they got a Puppet Master and now the Magnus as well, they got a lot of power even without that Tremble.
Mm-hmm.
Raxus in the Legion team, Magnus on the Hellborn. I think this is going to be a secondary support Magnus, though. This might be an offensive tri-lane.
Yeah, that's very possible. Of course, Puppet Master definitely pretty good at that. Drunken Master, though, with him, the Untouchable, again, obviously very powerful against a Puppet Master. With that said, as the game picks up, too, you see Devourer being right-clicked by Sync. Kind of looking at their lineup, that doesn't seem like it's going to be a Devo pick here, unfortunately. But
no.
Yeah, that would make a whole lot of sense here.
It would be a lot of fun to watch, but
yeah. I'm thinking
I don't.
Doctor?
Doctor? I don't know. I mean, it depends on if they want to run Drunken Master as like more of that semi-carry or hard carry role. I know it's possible, but let's see. Yeah, some kind of ranged hero wouldn't be too bad, seeing as they're up versus the Tremble. And usually you want to kite the Tremble when it comes to the mid/late game. It's kind of hard to do that with melee heroes.
Yeah. Well, they're actually thinking about this one now. I mean, the Drunken Master was a pretty quick decision, but this final pick here might as well use all their time.
I feel like they're going to have a little bit of trouble actually catching the Hellborn team until they get that Hellfire or Meraxes, especially the Magnus. There's not too much that can actually cancel, like the Steam Buff, for example.
Yeah.
It's only the Meraxes Quake Stun that can get him out of the Steam Buff early on.
True. Elemental Void. Kane is going to be the final pick. Interesting. All right. We're going to see the Krake Kane.
Once again, this looks scary for Druids, or I mean for Sync. I mean, Wretched Hag, though, I don't know. What is it with teams and Wretched Hag lately?
It's Sync, really. They ran it against Reason several times, too, and I don't know.
Was it successful? I think it was like 1-1, but it wasn't necessarily Wretched Hags like getting them to win by any means. I feel like it's been very okay, so he's going to go up versus Tremble in a 1-1 situation, I would assume, if this is an offensive tri-lane from Hellborn. Yeah, this is, I don't know how well Hag. I mean, he deals no out-attack damage whatsoever throughout, or in the early levels.
Yeah.
You need, level 3 or level 4 before you can seriously start harass as a Wretched Hag. I remember back during Season 1 when, Bubbles and Wretched Hag was, the 1-1 matchup that happened in every single game. And if you play a Bubbles, for example, versus a Hag, you can harass him as much as you want, as long as you're level 1 and level 2, because you got a high armor value and you got a lot more auto attack damage. But as soon as versus Hag hits level 3, then he gets Zona Scream into level 2, and he can start to actually pound back on the Bubbles. So pretty much the same thing goes for every single lane that versus Hag is involved in. It's just that level 3 mark that you're waiting for before you can really start harassing.
Yeah, the Wretched Hag, again, in the hands of KZU right here. So so Flensmeister going to be playing the Drunken Master. So obviously gives us a little bit of information, once again, of how things are going to be set up here. But yeah, Hag, jeez, and that's overall. That's 51 games. I mean, that's not like a very small sample size. That's a good chunk of games right there. And then there's also Drunken Master. Yeah,
that doesn't seem very, or like as likely to Drunken Master. I don't know. Is it possible to get like Drunken Master scores for Sync alone? Because I feel like they've been fairly successful with that hero.
Yeah, I mean, Sync's is always gonna what is Sync's like worst hero?
True.
It's what was it, like a 74% win percentage or something like that? So it's hard to say with Sync, of course. That
Recent Gaming then. I think they have been fairly successful with Drunken Master as well. But
Zane has played it quite a bit. Sync with DM 4 and 2. So not a whole lot of appearances, but honestly for Sync, that's actually 4 and 2 is not the greatest. So
yeah, will we perhaps see Wretched Hag as well for Sync if you got it? It would be quite interesting to see how well they're doing with Zero, seeing as they really like to pick it up.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday too. I think Imboboy played it for a reason.
Yeah. Wasn't very successful in that game, though. I mean, he needs a lot of gold per minute, and it's tricky because you're not necessarily a ganker, but you're not necessarily a hard carry either. You're more like a mobility counter pusher in a way. Strong team fighter, of course, but you don't have the most of auto attack damage.
Yeah.
I just feel like Kinesis at this point is like a much stronger hero. Like, he deals a lot of magic damage. Of course, you don't have the same farming potential as a Wretched Hag, but I feel like damage and the burst and his early aggression, his strong laning presence just makes up for it.
Okay, so he's pointing out right there. The reason with Drunken was 4 and 6, I think it said, so.
It's about damn time.
30 minutes. Are they actually good? Kids are just like, you know what, we're going now. I don't even care about you.
Wait, what?
BM's real, man. All right, well, I guess we're going. Is what just happened there.
Sync does not want to wait anymore for some strat.
Geez, they're here to play, man. Once again, they're just go. I do find it funny though how Druids didn't even say like we're ready yet. They're still just going. I mean, that kind of that's kind of silly, but. Anyways, it looks like that they're good. They're good enough to go clearly because they're actually playing. So
yeah.
I think it's safe to say that was a strat pause.
Yeah. Setting up the lanes and all that kind of stuff. Usually you want to do that after the draft is complete. You sit into the game and you're like, okay, this might happen. They might send Wretched Hag this lane. What happens if they send him here? Like, you want to go over every single scenario in your head or with your team so that you got your rotations clear. But of course, some teams does it faster than others, and it might be a little bit pissed.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with Sync, though, too, to be fair. And I know in the rules, like, technically you're not supposed to unpause until they say they're ready, of course. And so that is a little BM, but at the same time, Druids was being BM. I mean, they did ask them, what's the deal, like, so what are we waiting for? ETA unpause, and then he sarcastically responded 30 minutes. So it's like that. I can understand how they're maybe a little frustrated.
Of course. I completely agree.
Anyways, it's moving on, and the game has commenced. That's what matters. But the idea of the aggressive tri-lane is sure enough going to be the case. Magmus is down here with Andromeda, at least at the bottom rune area, so maybe waiting to get more information before they go elsewhere. Oh, they'll Cannon Ward. That'll be a good start.
Yeah, it's a really good start. Now they're going to have clear vision for that mid lane. They're just going to be able to rotate in between those two lanes. And who's in the mid? It's going to be Moraxis. Okay, relatively tanky, but with 2 stuns and that Magmus lead stun should be enough for a kill if both of them are here. Whoever Mora is sitting here at the time being.
Yeah.
Or for the time being.
Oh, middle lane. Moraxis. He's in trouble. Kane pulls him in with the waylay, but Andromeda's actually the one in a lot of trouble. Serenia aggro in the creep wave. Insania is going to block her, and I don't know if she's getting away from this one. Moraxis stomp is up. Is he in range in 2 seconds? Nice block from Kane.
Nice block.
But these shards are hard gone, and now Kane's in trouble. Kane's going to end up falling here. The stomp's ready. He's just waiting. Kind of toying with him. Doesn't even need it. Auto attacks to finish him off, and, well, not good news for Druids here to start.
Damn, they just got the ward off as well. But okay, harassment at bot lane. Actually, Drunken Monster might be in a little bit of trouble.
Not dead though. Nice stagger.
Why? I don't know why they split up the Andromeda and Magnus. I feel like it was pretty clear that they were not going to be able to get a kill on Meraxes unless they were all three of them, Kayn, Magnus, and Andromeda involved. So going in there for that Comet stun by Cernia, that was a little bit too greedy.
Yeah, and obviously backfired big time. In fact, not only costing his own life, but even Kayn as he was trying to assist right there. So not a good start for Druids, but Sync, well, safe to say they're happy with it. But you know, again, Kraken with this game, we even saw most recently yesterday against Recent Gaming. It was just a dominating performance. He went Striders early on, and he just started moving. Go, go, go with level 6, and that's what the hero can do. He can start setting up kills even by himself, especially with that 1 point into the Still Resolve ability. Has that, it's enough drain of damage a lot of the time to get the kill himself with the Wailing on top of that. Top lane, though, Tremble. He's in some trouble. Moira running in. As Hag gonna blink in aggressively. Tempest also nearby. Gonna be able to apply a stun, so Probusk doesn't stand a chance. And Saniac gets the kill right there. Slapped wanted to get an assist at least, but wasn't able to, so. But,
well played by Sync. Nice
yeah.
Rotations early on. Exactly what they needed. I'm surprised though that the Druids haven't gotten Tremble a single ward during or for the laning phase.
Yeah.
All the wards are down here in the Legion Forest to block Tempest camps. But yeah, Slap making a real nice move, just moving over to the Hellborn Force instead, and he's gonna be more or less unscatched.
Oh my gosh, Kane's gonna fall in the middle lane. Moira coming in with the Arcane Vortex, or more so the Illusion with the Arcane Vortex. Wow, I'm all over the place. With the Shards of Harkon. And getting the kill right there. Does not have Arcane Vortex just yet. That would be overpowered. But anyways, they get the kill. 4-0 start here. And look at Moira's back to the top lane now. I mean, it's just going back and forth, back and forth. This is not going to be a kill, but it's going to box out Probusk and force him back to the tower.
Rotate. They should just send Magnus and Andromeda back to the safe lane. Like, leave Puppet Monster down here for 1v1 situation versus Drunken Monster. He should be fine. Tempest is in the Hellborn Forest. I don't know why they're still sitting down here trying to get the kills onto Drunken Monster. Even if they get one, it doesn't matter. They need farm on Tremble.
Yeah, I almost feel like Druids is hurting themselves what they did here with the start, because not only do they got the dual support down here and you're kind of going over, let's just say, yeah, is this even going to get a kill, but them blocking and using all the wars to block the camps and everything, it's like, why would Tempest even remotely think to come down here? It was obvious that he was going to be in the top lane because of this, or in the top jungle.
And Tremble at the top.
And Tremble, he's in trouble again. He is. Shards of Harkon, there's a stun from Tempest. Going to hero block a little bit, but not going to be the most successful in the end, and Tremble is able to screw on out of there.
The rotations needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. Druids needs to get up there.
Yeah, they're insisting on trying to make something happen at the bottom, and Flensmeister basically hugging the tower. I mean, again, he knows too. The fact that he's even able to get some experience because of how the lane is pushed up right here is just even that much worse for Druids. So they're literally accomplishing nothing, it feels like, at the bottom lane. Andromeda is rotating, but top lane again. This time it is going to be a kill, as Tremble could do nothing about it. And, I mean, Tempest is having free reign this game. Zlapt is already 367 gold per minute with one kill here. And level 6. Against a dual support lineup. Like, I feel like that should never happen. Moraxis in the meantime, middle lane, going on a Kayn right here. Matriarch's explosion. Sync is just working all over the board right here. And Druids, this is going to be one of these games, unfortunately, where the mental state also, is you got to figure, is going to be hurt here. Because this start is horrendous.
Oh, yeah. This is already snowballing out of control, and I don't know, I feel like Druids really had an opportunity to make it or turn it around. I mean, even though the laning phase didn't necessarily look too good for them, I mean, it felt like they could have easily just rotated the Magnus and Andromeda, but it's too late now. Tempest is already level 6, so Magnus level 3 and Andromeda level 2. Just imagine Tempest getting a quick Astro in the near future. What on earth are they going to be able to do at that point?
I think Kayn level 6 is going to be the key. He just at level 6, you see in the middle lane, but the lane got pushed up enough. Moraxis felt something was up. He falls back. So unless he gets a little too comfortable, then that's not going to happen. And now the roaming supports, they're going to go elsewhere. They're actually just going to try to kill the elementals. They're trying to kill the elementals as a team. But meanwhile, back to Kayn over here. He's in trouble once again. Moira's assisting so much here. This is ridiculous. You do not give Insania Moira for this reason. 3-0-4. He's been involved in all 7 kills. to begin this game. He's doing a lot better than the dual roaming support by himself at this point. So.
That's yeah. I mean, usually this is Druid's this is what Druids are usually struggling with, just getting through the laning phase. It's the early rotations that they need to work with, and Sync are just such a great team, or just a master team on just bringing the pressure early on. I mean, they always keep these offensive playstyles with Mickey in the mid, just having Slap running an offensive forest and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Druids they're having troubles versus Sync. Even though they're doing good versus Complexity in recent gaming, it really feels like Sync are reading them as a book right now.
Tempest, he's kind of pushing up here in the jungle. They're going to find Andromeda, and that's going to be a dead Andro, 100%. Magnus, if he thought about going in, that would also have been a dead Magnus, so he kind of backs up. Tremble's basically forced to jungle. I mean, that's ridiculous. When the Tremble is forced to jungle, even though the first tower is still, this isn't even because the lane's getting pushed out. The first tower is still up, yet he feels so unsafe that he's jungling right now, and now he's going to hide in the trees even more. Sync just has full control of this game right now. Meanwhile, Flensmeister's down here. You know, he's not getting much farm, but it's understandable because of the circumstances he was in. But that's the sacrifice that's being put up here, and that's from the decision of Druids. They really wanted to prioritize locking down the Drunken Master for whatever reason, and clearly it's just not getting any positive for them in the end. So, and also noticing now Kane's been level 6, now even level 7 here. Still no face-off used. You're still used to seeing it used right away because of how powerful it is.
He should look to transition. Oh, Tempest actually diving in the mid lane.
Yeah, there we go. He's going to face off right there. Hope for the best. Tempest being locked down. Kane takes a stun. TP in from. Oh, but it's going to be stopped by Magnus with the stun to stop the Elemental Void. More access now. He's in a bad spot right here. He is going to fall. Moira not going to be able to do enough with the illusion. So Sync does dive a little too much right there. And finally, something happening for Druids in the end, but they're going to need a lot more of that taking place.
Nice response, at least from them, rotating everyone over there, getting the TPs up, and they got a lot of levels. Magnus is level 5, he can get level 6 as well. They can time that with a Kane ultimate, just get Eruption off, get another kill. Tremble hit level 7, so he can start roaming around with the Boris, and Puppet Monster is actually doing quite fine. 360 gold per minute, closing in, or maybe not closing in, but he's on his way at least for the Assassin's Shroud, so there's still hope, no doubt.
Yeah, there is, but it's obviously it's going to take some good fortitude here from Druids as far as moving forward. Obviously, yeah, Puppet Master, 350 gold per minute, get that early Assassin Shroud. Kane at the bottom lane right here. So they are going to try for something. Again, no Elemental Void threat, so that's nice knowing. They're going to go in. He can't get in range, though. It does have a pretty good range, but Sync is a little too quick to react right there.
Yeah. I feel like Puppet Monster should have been the one to initiate, to just get a Puppet Show off on one of them instead of Kane running in like that, but...
That's
right.
true,
so
yeah.
far,
I wouldn't have realized.
We're holding the tower at least. Sync is going to rotate back to the forest. Mora, by the way, is looking to do something in the mid lane.
Well, you got Trembles now rotated here. I mean, they've basically given up the top lane at this point. So how crazy it is, but Mora with the invis is trying to maybe catch Tremble just out of position. Not going to be happening at least yet. Top lane in the meantime, KheZu will push in the tower. Playing the Wretched Hag.
Look at the bottom, by the way. Veiled Rot coming in with Kane. They're looking for a kill, and I'm pretty sure that they are going to be able to get it if he gets the ultimate off. Is he going to be spotted?
There we go. Elemental Void again, not up, so he's just going to throw out a stun. Not much more he can do, though. Puppet Show.
Get him, though.
Oh, the Waylay pulls him right back in. So well played right there, and it is enough for the kill. Although it was damn close coming out.
That must have been the absolute max range on that Waylay from Kane, but alright, they got him. Nice. And they put it in with Insane as well, so they're not going to be able to set up a kill on the top. And actually, Tremble and Magnus, they're going to go in on a Wretched Hag.
Yeah, they are. The lockdown, is it enough? Eruption? It's not. Yeah, I don't know. You got to figure it out. There's the net coming out, but he used a second Boris. If he did that earlier, then that definitely would have been a kill. As Blink's coming up, he's going to get away.
If they had mana for just another lava surge, or they could have gotten him, but choosing to go for the Eruption, they're definitely the wrong decision, costing them to kill on Wretched Hag. Kane is back here looking for Wretched Hag, but he's already back in the base, so not gonna find anything.
Yeah, you figure if Magnus instead just went for at least, that would have been probably at least 2 auto attacks there. That very likely could have been the kill instead of trying to go for an Eruption that did no damage in the end. So, but They did try, come up just short. Tremble, that does open up a little bit of free farm for him in the meantime, at least. But again, Kane's ultimate is back up. Got to keep him moving. I'm pretty sure it has to be the game plan here from Druids.
Someone used a fortified defend, by the way, down at the bottom. Are they going to be able to get a deny? Yes, they are.
That was close. They do get it, though. God, already a portal key on Meraxes, by the way.
That is ridiculous. Mickey, once again, just playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
I think he got a first blood. Yeah, he probably got a first blood, but it's still a really good job. 430 gold per minute, 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
They need to be careful. They got a Ghost Monsters on Magnus, though, so they should be able to at least counter-initiate. Actually, it's going to go top.
What do you think of that? I mean, for a game where clearly they're struggling, is Ghost Marchers the best investment here?
Ghost Monsters is the kind of item... Oh, wait, I'm just going to wait until they jump on Trample up at their top.
That's an easy kill. There's that portal key.
That it is. I'm not too sure about the Ghost Marchers. It's the kind of item that you want to pick up usually when you're in a good position and you just want to snowball and just run around, be really aggressive. They're going to run straight into Meraxes, wrong target to focus.
Yeah, absolutely is. He doesn't even have Matrax, but you look at Antigus, look at... Okay, you talk about a decent counter, I guess, with an Arcane Vortex. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But anyways, he's still locked down by the Elemental. We're going to pull them in. Kane goes down. Down goes Puppet as well as Magnus. Tremble just resurrecting right now, but clearly Sync dominating that fight. And after that, I don't know if Druids has much fight left in them here for game number 2, excuse me. But still, this is going to be Sync all across the board.
Oh yeah, they're
Right
playing
here.
so well all across the map. I mean, the communication, the synergy between the heroes, it's all there. That Mora ultimate, getting rid of the Kane ultimate. I didn't even think of that scenario, but
Yeah.
that's actually a really creative counter to Kane.
That is. You know, it's almost as if I don't think it reset necessarily the face-off after they came out of the Arcane Vortex. It's hard to tell though. It almost looked like the animation it kind of did, but yeah. But the Arcane Vortex, it definitely seems like it could be a decent tool against.
There's a lot of funky game mechanics right
Yeah.
now going around with Kane ultimate. I don't want to spoil too much here because then we're just going to see it in team matchmaking all the time.
That's fair.
You can use a lot of spells actually to reset the Kane ultimate.
Yeah, which is being fixed, I believe.
Fixed this Tuesday,
in this,
yes.
in this upcoming patch. So, at least there's that. But yeah, it's just not connecting at all right now for Druids. About 14 minutes in, they're down 10,000 gold, 11,000 experience. Again, guys, this is a best of 7, so even if Sync does win this, there at least will be one more game coming at you. But
Puppet Master at the
Sync
top.
is really trying to make quick business happen. Puppet Master is going to be picked off. He had a great start, obviously, at the bottom lane, but he, too, is also now just falling apart. And I really can't see Druids lasting much longer than that 15-minute mark here. Because, again, literally nothing's happening for them right now. They got 0 going for them at all at this time. So, Sync is, I mean, just talk about a completely different game here in game number 2.
I felt like it
Druids.
looked so good as well with the draft for just Druids. But
Yeah.
they had so many core heroes and there are so many signature heroes. Sibbe on the Puppet Master, Iceland Gogo on the Magmus, Tremble, played by Probus, did so well versus Recent Gaming the other day. But yeah, simply, I think just they're just playing so damn well. I mean, there's nothing else. I mean, I can't take anything away from them.
Yeah. Drunken Master are going to even continue to stack here in the jungle, so they're just still doing what they need to do, but there's a 15-minute mark. GG's being called. Yeah, not surprised. Wow, what a finish there. Or what a game, as short as it was, but 15-minute game, and that's all that Sync needed to close out what was game number 2 right there here in this best out of 7 now. So congratulations to them. They're up 3-0 now, but again, there is still games left. At least one more game, but Sync, they're in pretty good control right now. So Druids, will they be able to